Welcome back. Long time ago, there was a beautiful family with 12 children which lived in a land called Israel. And there was a young child in that family. He was like 17 years old. He was loved by his father, and he loved his father so much. He was the favorite child of his father. His father had 12 children, but his father loved this young one more. He was a good boy. He was an excellent boy. His father loved him very much. So he had his brothers. So these brothers, they would lie. They would steal things. So this young boy would come to his father and he'll say to him, "Father, look, my brother had done this. He had stole this, and he has done these wrong things, Father." So his father took actions against him, and his brothers were angry with him because he complained everything to his father. But this young boy, he had nothing in his heart. He only thought that my brothers, they should be good as me. They should be obedient as me. So that's the only thing he had in his mind. So he told his father all the wrong things his brothers were doing. So one day, they had their dinner. While having it, they spoke about the day, they spoke about the flock, and they spoke about many things. So after eating the dinner, they went to sleep. So while sleeping, this young boy was in a deep sleep, and he had a dream. And the dream was something different. It's a dream which he was amazed of. In the dream, he saw that they were binding sheaves of grain in their field. They were working in their field and they were binding sheaves of grain in their field. So suddenly, the sheaf which this young boy tied, it rose and stood upright, while his brother's sheaves gathered around his sheaf and they started to bow it. So he was surprised with this dream. So early in the morning, he ran to his father and he called his father and said, Father, listen, I had a dream. I need you to listen to it. You must listen to it, Father." So his father thought, this boy's gonna say something. Let's listen. His brothers were all gathered around him. So he started to tell his dream. They were binding sheaves of grain out in the field. So they understood, it's going to be something on the field. They were curious to know about the dream. Then he said, "The sheaf which I binded rose and stood upright. And your sheaves, they all gathered around mine and they started to bow down to my sheaf." So his brothers got angry when they heard this dream. They said to him, "Do you intend to reign over us? Will you actually rule us?" And they were very angry. They were furious about this dream. So the next day, again, while sleeping, this boy was in a deep sleep. He was in a deep, deep sleep. Then, again, he saw a dream. But this was quite different. He saw the sun and the moon and 11 stars were bowing down to this young boy. Early in the morning, he ran to his father and said, Father, look, I saw a dream last night. You need to listen to this dream." So his father thought, now this boy is bringing a problem. I must be careful. So again, his brothers gathered around, started to tell his dream. He told that there was the sun and the moon, and 11 stars were worshipping. The brothers had no words. They just got furious. They got angry. They hated this young boy. because of his dreams. They thought, is this guy gonna rule upon us? Is he gonna rule us? They had a question and they were very angry with him. So one day his brothers went to gaze their father's flock to a far place, because in the places which they lived, it was like deserts. So they had to move miles and miles to gaze their flocks. So these brothers went to a far place to gaze their flocks, but they left this young man in the house because he was too young to go with them. So after they left, his father called him and said to this boy, "You know your brothers went to gaze my flock. I need you to see them and give them this food and talk to them and come to me with the good news." This boy told, "Okay, I'll go see my brothers." This boy took the food which his father gave. He ran finding his brothers. He was walking for months and months. He was not able to find his brothers. He walked in forests, he walked in wilderness, and he asked all the people who he saw on the way about his brothers. But many did not have the idea on where they went. He met a man. So this man said, "Yeah, I saw your brothers. They were moving on that direction. So if you go on that direction, you may find your brothers." So this young boy ran in that direction, hoping that he would find his brothers. He was very exhausted because he had been walking for several months in search of his brothers. He was very exhausted, and when he saw his brothers, he was very happy. He became very glad because he saw his brothers after a long period, after a long time. When he saw his brothers, he ran, "Brothers, I came here. How are you?" So he was shouting and running towards them. But his brothers didn't have this idea. When they saw him, they got angry. They pointed at him and said, "See, that dream boy is coming." When he ran and came towards his brothers, they all gathered around him. They took off his new clothes, his colorful clothes, and carried him and took him towards the pit. That pit was very dark. It was not being used for many years, decades. It was very dark. It was terrifying. They were taking him nearer and nearer. He was shouting, "Brothers, why are you doing this? I walked for several months. I walked this much distance to see you. How much I loved you. I brought food for you. Why are you doing this?" He was in tears. But his brothers didn't listen. So one brother pulled him in the left, one brother pulled him in the right side. He was shouting, "Brothers, why are you doing this to me? I love you so much." They were taking him nearer to the pit. They went closer to the pit. He was shouting, "Brothers, why are you doing this?" The brothers didn't listen to him. This is the story of a young boy. And for the second part of this story, be tuned. I'm your story friend. Subscribe for more new interesting stories.